Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
This is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at Chai Tea for Two.
This is a game published by Steeped Games and designed by Dan and Connie Kussmeyer.
It plays from 1 to 2 players in about 45 minutes.
So this is a game, if you have followed this game, you know that this game is not out yet because this was just on Kickstarter. So it's kind of like the like slowest review of a game ever.
Yes.
So this is obviously then a pre-production copy that the publisher sent us, which is nice, and we hope to do a preview for it, but just the schedule just didn't work out. So I'm gonna play the game a little bit more, and we're gonna do like a more of a normal review of the game.
Yes.
So as you know, it's not available right now. I think there's gonna be a late pledge if it's not already up. So go and ask the publisher if you are interested in the game, and you can see if the late pledge is gonna come up, and you can pledge there if you are interested in that. So in this game, you are a tea farmer trying to farm tea. That's correct. Really great answer there. You're going to try to farm tea by placing workers. And this game is a dice worker placement game. So at the beginning of each round, you're going to roll your dice and then you're going to place them. You're not going to take any names. You're just going to place the dice to do different actions. So different actions might be getting tea. It might be getting some cards which makes tea move up on your plantation board, because it's a puzzle where you're trying to move the tea up specific roads all the way up to the top where you get ships. So you can go then and you can try to get the ships. Then you need to place like a different kind of dice for placement rules for all the different actions. And here basically you're bidding for them, and then the other player can go and outbid you, and you can outbid them again for the different ships, which then have different, like, it's you're fulfilling contracts, basically what you're going to do in the game. You're going to choose if you're going to play like a short or medium and long game, depending on then how many of these ships you're going to fulfill. At the end of the round, where one of these or you have fulfilled that many ships, one player have done that, you're going to count the points. You're going to get points for these, you're going to get points for different cards you have in front of you. You even have like these different mini contracts you can place around your board, which then makes give you more points throughout the game. So all in all, it's a pretty basic game, or pretty simple, not basic, but it's a simple game. Rolling dice, placing them on different actions to get the tea and move them onto ships to get victory points and some nice delicious tea as well.
Yeah. And how the game looks?
You
ask?
Yes.
I hear you asking.
I'm asking. So what do you think about the artwork and components here, Cinema?
I think it's really nice. It looks overall as a cozy game, and it really fits the theme as well. The theme is basically like tea, but it also boats.
It is. It's tea. Yeah,
tea for
I think we have basically said that now. It's a game of tea.
Yeah. And I think like all the artwork in the game is nice. I think it's really like cute that they have included like different looking tea for all the different tea cards. And there are nice components to the game as well, like the feel of it. I don't know what quality it is on the yes, because we have a pre-production copy. And
this, I know this is like the deluxe edition where you get tins for all the different tea tokens, which is nice as well. And then again, I don't know how it looks in the basic version of the game. This is some of the things that happens when you get a pre-production copy, so we don't know exactly how this will look, but hopefully it's going to be at least this good. And then the components are in really good quality and they look good on. It's a pleasant game to look at.
Yes, absolutely. We've played it just 2-player. We haven't played this solo.
No, we don't play solo, basically, so that is never going to be a case on this channel. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I think it flowed really well at 2 players. The rules are very simple, and also like the actions that you do are very, very straightforward. You're basically placing a number of dice, like 1 or 2 or 3, based on what actions you're going to do, and you take a T card or move up on some tracks, or basically. So it feels it flows very well because you do short actions on your turn, but it's all also this. I'm trying to see what dice you have left. Can you outbid me on the ship that I want? That sort of. So it feels kind of tense as well.
So this game is basically a pretty light game, but it is like in its core, it is a race. It's an optimization puzzle, which is usually a race because you're trying to do it faster than the other player. And that's what's going to happen here as well. So you are going to try to maximize the way that you move your tea leaves up this, because that is like the main puzzle here, is to move your tea leaves up this plantation board to get them onto the ships, because that is how you win the game most of the time. You can get lots of points from other things, but most of the points are going to come from the ships, I feel like. So it is an optimization puzzle, but it is a lighter end of the optimization puzzle to what we usually play.
And that is also very interesting because we have sometimes a little mixed bag of feelings when it comes to dice, because you roll in the dice and you don't get to mitigate them in any way in this game. But I don't feel like that is a problem for me here, because you're using different values for different things. So it's almost like no matter how bad I've rolled, I feel like all of the dice have been valuable to me. And you always feel like you have too few dice for what you want to do, and you always do less than you really want to do. And the game ends when you have like this many boats out in the water. Something. And so therefore you since it feels like a race, it feels really frustrating when you have these 3 dice and you want to spend them on all of different things. But there's also some spots that are free for all, like values of dice. So no problem for me.
I think like this is it's a pretty good game, and it's kind of it's a lighter casual game.
Yes.
Like if you are looking for a heavy, crunchy 2-player head-to-head game, then this is not
this is
that.
Not it.
This is like a perfect afternoon tea game that you can play with your afternoon tea if you have that. We don't have that in Norway, but sometimes somewhere they have that. So I do like this game. Should we do like some final thoughts, or is there anything you want to add?
No, I'm happy.
You're happy?
Jump into final thoughts.
Let's do it.
Stroll casually.
Boom, strolling into the final thoughts.
So I think there's some interesting things in this game, both placing the dice, but also moving the tea up on the grid. And that might be like the most interesting part of this for me. The dice placement I've seen in lots of other games, but this one is kind of new to me, and I thought it was alright. I wasn't super excited for it, but sometimes you get some cool combos when you get to move a lot up, and it feels really rewarding when you do that. I think it's an okay game. I want to rate it 6. It's over average, but nothing amazing like 2-player wise for me.
Yeah, I agree. Like I think this is a fun game. Like the design is very smooth. It's very clean. It flows really nice. The placement like this, like we are usually fans of heavier games, and I think that like if you are a fan of lighter games, this might be more of a fit for you, which is like the case with most games. Like some games are like, this is a good game. It's just not that makes me like super excited to play it many times. And we usually don't play these kind of two-player head-to-head games that many times. We talked about this in the future. Not in the future. We talked about it in the past. We're probably going to talk about it in the future as well. But I don't know like why that is. That would be interesting to talk about. But I think it's a good game. I think it's like, for me, it's a 6.5. I think it is a pleasant game. Like it's one of those. It has meaningful decisions, but it's also that where it's more like sit down and relax and just have fun. And even if you get some tea to make it even more thematic, that would be really, really cool. So for me, it's a 6.5. It's a 6 for you. It's an above average, a nice game. If it's something that you think you might be interested in, check out if it will be possible to get the late pledge. I do not have the exact information, but check that out.
Yes.
And that is the end of this review of Chai Tea for Two. Just to make you know, if you just skip to the end, this is a pre-production copy that we got from the publisher, so not a full production copy of the game. And that is the end. If you are still here and you still like us, you can click the subscribe button. That makes us happy like this. And if you want to do something that's also fun, you can go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and help us support us there. That means a lot, of course, if you have the means. If not, just watch and have fun. Yay. And that is the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sedema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.